Alright, for a good warm-up, we're going to start things right out with a BAG blues. So this is just the first part, every other measure, twice through with the recording. Get ready with a B. Okay, here we go. One more time. That's the end. Now we're going to do the other part. What you just played was the top line, right? B, A, B, all the odd numbered measures. Now we're doing the even numbered measures. So remember, most of it is just, right? G, 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 A. That's what happens here, 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 and here. And just watch out that in this measure, it's, right? B, A, G, B. And the very end is just G, G, G. That's the end. All right, let me see if I can get the recording going here. All right, here we go. Get ready. That's the end. Now we've got both parts combined on one staff, so you're playing in all 12 measures. So we're going to try this a little bit slower first, and then we're going to try it with the recording. So first, let's go a little slower. I've got a tambourine that I'm banging on in case you're wondering what that sound is. So this is about the speed we're going to go now, like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Bum, ba, bum, bum. Does that make sense about that speed? Let's try the whole thing. Ready? 2, 1, 2. Here we play. Good. If you made it to the end, congratulations. Now we're going to try it a little bit faster, so just do your best. You could even play every other measure if it was kind of tricky for you. So here we are twice in a row with the backing track. Whew. All right, did you mess up? I messed up too, so if you got it perfect, congratulations. So, all right, I just thought I'd throw that out there before we get going with the rest of the things today. Now we're getting into one of my favorite times of year, Christmas season. Yes, it's just about here. I know it's not Thanksgiving yet, at least when I'm making this video. I don't know when you're watching it, so But people have been putting up their Christmas decorations earlier and earlier, especially this year. We all need some extra joy. And the radio stations have been playing Christmas, at least some of them, for a couple of weeks now. So here we are. We're going to start out with O Come, Emmanuel, one of the great Advent tunes. Advent is when we're getting ready for Christmas. Starts with E. E is a very important note here. We begin and end with E. So E, let's just make sure you remember E. You take G, and you're putting 2 fingers of your right hand down, just like that, index and middle finger. E. So if you look at your recorder, you should see everything covered, all the holes, except for those last 2 double holes are uncovered. That's how you get to E. So, and as it turns out, O Come, Emmanuel is in the key of E minor. So E is the main note, and we start with the E minor triad. If that sounds confusing, don't worry. All you need to know is it's E, G, and B. Right? So let's go over that. It's right, E, G, B. All right. Now let's try the whole first phrase, actually just up to here, up to Emmanuel. I'll say the note names, and then we're going to try playing it. So it's E, G, B, 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 A, C, B, A, G. Ooh, ran out of air. All right, so now let's try this. I'm going to count you in. Because it's in 2, I'm going to go 1 and 2, and then we start with the E. Got it? Okay, ready? 1 and 2. And we'll stop right there for now. So make sure that when you're going from A to C, that's pretty easy on the recorder. You're just doing A, right? 3 fingers. To C, you just lift up your index finger, right? So that's a pretty easy leap. Let's try that first phrase again. Ready? So 1 and 2. Good. I like that speed because we don't have to go super fast with this one. Now the next phrase, we're just going to go up to here today. It ends on E, right? We've done D. D is the note just below E, right? Right, you put down your ring finger in your right hand ring, D, E. I know I'm going kind of backwards and everything, but there's one note we haven't learned yet. Right here, F sharp. Right, so let me say these note names, then I'll play it, and then I'll show you how to do F sharp. So it's A, B, G, E, G, A, F sharp, E, D, E. Right, sounds like this. I'll just play it. And ransom, it goes like this. So how do we do F sharp? Why do we need F sharp? What in the world is this thing? So, okay, so F sharp. Now, if you were in Trinity Choir last year, Dr. McDaniel often said, quiet coyote, right? So if you put your right hand in that quiet coyote shape, that's what you need for F sharp, right? So you think of your middle finger and ring finger kind of touching your thumb. That's how you make quiet coyote. And on the recorder, from G, let's go back to G. G, you're skipping a hole, and then you put your middle finger and ring finger down. So it's kind of like you have quiet coyote, and you just happen to be on the recorder. So see that how we have from G, there's one hole that's not covered, and then middle finger right here, ring finger here. So you have your index and pinky waving in the air. Good, that's F sharp, right? So that's an important note to know in this piece. It actually happens several times, right? We've got here 1, there it is again, 2, 3, whoops, I went out of order, and 4. Yeah, so F sharp, why do we need F sharp? Here's your quick crash course in music theory. Basically, we have F sharp because there's a sharp in the key signature, and that note is actually F. Now, if you follow with your eyeballs along, that's the top line, as in every good bird does fly. There's a sharp on that. Now, if you follow with your eyeballs, we don't ever play that high F anywhere in the whole piece, right? But the way the key signature works is it's like a magic spell saying any F at all in this piece is automatically sharp. So that way you don't need two sharp signs, just one. So we do have F on. Now remember how I said the spaces spell face. The spaces spell face. Well, sure enough, we have an F here, but we have to, I'm blocking it with my head. F right here, but we have to remember the magic spell here, which says, hey, by the way, every F in this whole piece is automatically sharp. So that's why this F is sharp, and so is this one here, and this one. There's another magic spell here. So anyway, all you need to remember is we're doing F sharp in this one. So, all right, so back to that Quiet Coyote F sharp. Now, there's a note that, let's go to low D. Going from low D to F sharp is pretty easy. So let's do low D is everything except your pinky in the right hand. Right? Pinky's in the air for D. Now if you pick up your index finger of your right hand, that's your bottom hand, then you have F sharp, right? It's pretty easy to go back and forth between those two, D and F sharp, right? Unfortunately, we don't do that in this piece, really. So we have to go, getting to the F sharp, you're coming at it from A. So you have to go from A, you have to put all these fingers down, just like that. You have to put, I'll do it in slow motion, A, and then I have to put down ring finger in the left hand to make G. So you might want to practice that a few times, going from A to F sharp, right? A, then F sharp. If you do it over and over, it'll get easier, right? So let's do that actually a few times, like. And you can press pause and try it several times. It's a little tricky because you have 3 fingers going down, right? 1 from one hand and 2 from another. But once you get that, that might be the trickiest part of the whole piece. I'm not sure. So, all right. So now let's just try this next phrase kind of slowly. Actually, I have note names written in for you. Let me make this easier. Hold on. Merry Christmas. The note names are bigger, and we have note names written in underneath. So let's just try this part, the A, B, G, E, G. I know it's not that fast. So it's I'll count you in. It's like A, B, G, E, G. Let's just do that much. Ready? So 1 and 2. That's not so bad, right? Let's do that part one more time. Ready? So 1 and 2. Good. Now we have that tricky transition, A to F sharp. So let's go super slow, right? So get ready with A. And then F sharp. Remember, 3 fingers down. Ooh. So you might need to press pause and practice that a few times. And then E, D, E is actually not so bad, right? It's just, right? You're only E, we've been over E before, you're just putting down 1 finger for D, right? E, D, E. So the end is easy. This part, a little bit tricky. Let's try just this part of the phrase. Ready? Starting with A, and you might even want to have these 3 fingers kind of ready to go. So 1 and 2, and A, F sharp, E, G. Did you end on E? Didn't know if I was in tune. All right, let's try this whole phrase super slow, that speed. So you're going to try playing, and I'm going to point to it as you play the notes. Ready? Get ready with the A. So 1 and 2. A, B, G, G, A, F sharp, E, Did you get it? I didn't want to sing because I was afraid I'd be out of tune with your recorder. So, all right, this time I'll try playing it with you. All right, ready? So, 1 and 2. And that's pretty much all we're going to do this week with that piece. Let's start from the beginning and do that whole first phrase, first line. All right, so we're just going to try this whole first line super slow, but you have note names written in to kind of help you a little bit. Again, it's going to be super slow. So make sure you're ready with the E, because that's the starting and ending note. Be ready with that. So nice and slow. So 1 and 2. E, G, B, 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 A, C, B, A. 1 and 2. A, B, G, E, G, A, F sharp, E, D, E. Did you make it to the end? And again, you can practice this line over and over. It's going to take a while maybe. But the good news about this song is if you can do that first line, that's actually most of the song right there, because look at this part. This comes back again. A, C, B, A, G. There it is. That comes back. There's this part from here to here is basically how the whole thing ends also. So getting that first line is the key to just about all of it except for the rejoice part, but we'll talk about that later. Now we're going to Japan for Kagome. So remember that one starts on A. And we're going straight from Kagome into Country Swing, which remember that's just G, E, D, E over and over, right? Just watch out for the 2-bar introduction on Country Swing. Then after that, we're going to come back and do something super fun at the end. To end with something super fun. I'm sure you've all heard it before. It sounds like this. And so on. Yes. Linus and Lucy, right? Some people call it the Charlie Brown music. Some people call it the Peanuts music. Technically, it's called Linus and Lucy. Of course, it's written for Peanuts. Written by Vince Guaraldi, who's the guy playing the piano on all the recordings. Fabulous jazz pianist and composer. Anyway, so here we are, Linus and Lucy. The great news is the whole first part and the ending, all you need are 3 notes, G, A, and B, right? One-handed, right? Starts on G. Sometimes it goes from G all the way up to B and back down again. Sometimes it goes G, A, B up to B, and sometimes it just goes from G to A. Anyway, that's pretty much all you need for the first section is G, A, and B. The second middle section, you just need 2 notes. You need C and D. 3 C's and a D, right? Pretty easy, right? So C again is kind of diagonally fingers, thumb and middle finger. And all you do is pick up your thumb for D, right? You could even say to yourself, pick up your thumb, and on the word thumb, you pick it up. Kind of cool how that works out. So that happens 3 times in a row, right? C, 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 D. You wait a little bit. C, 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 D. You wait a little bit. C, 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 D. And then there's some more waiting. And then the ending is just like the beginning, right? And so on. I've got a repeat here, so it's just G, A, A at the end. G, A, A, it repeats a lot. Anyway, I'll kind of talk you through it. We're just going to plow through the whole thing and see what happens. First, let's make sure you know exactly when to come in, because you come in not on the beat, but you come in just before beat 1 of a measure. So I'm going to slow it down a little. You come in on the and of 4, just before the 1. So the first measure you come in on sounds like this. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Did you hear that? How it's on the and of 4? If I was counting, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And, right? And is when you play the G. Right? I'll play it a little faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Right? And up to speed. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you have to watch out for that, because every time in the first part that you come in, you're coming in on a G, which makes the thing kind of easier to learn. Every entrant is on a G, but it's always on a syncopated and, like that. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good, so watch out for that. And there's also 4 measures of the bass line for introduction before you come in. So I'll try to point that out. Here we go with the recording I made. Okay, there it is. Ready? Wait. 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Oops, move it up. Whew. Then wait and wait. Here we go. At the end, you can play G, B, or D, because those are the 3 notes in the G major triad, which helps end the piece. So, all right, anyway, good luck. You can always rewind and try it again, but anyway, it's kind of a super fun piece to play. So now this one's in the key of G. If you try to play along when it comes on the radio, you can't use this version because that's in A flat, which is a lot harder on the recorder. So just to let you know, if you try to play along when you hear it, it's going to sound a little out of tune. So, but the backing track I made works for this one. So anyway, that's all. I will see you next time.